Hey guys, welcome back to another unboxing video. And today we have something where I have no clue what it's going to be. I have an idea, but you guys who have seen the title already know what it is. So yeah, I'm hoping it's one thing and not the other thing, but I feel like it's going to be the other thing. Which makes me a bit like, I don't know, you know. Yeah, we're just going to... There we go. Just going to unbox this guy here. And okay, yeah, this is almost certainly the other thing, which is an interesting one. Yeah, so I'll take this box. These boxes are useful. It's good for sending out Balisongs. And yeah, here we have something in here. I believe this is an original Balisong. Yeah, it is. And here it comes with the kind of, not gonna lie, a little bit crappy Bali Plus hardware. I was hoping for a little better, but it is what it is. It comes in this kind of nondescript box. No branding or anything. And yeah, this is the Kotlin, I believe it's called the TinyC or something like this. It's got the name on it. It comes with good tolerances. Now, I don't know how I feel about this guy here, but it is 7075 aluminium. There you have it. This is number 44 of 200. It comes with blade weights. Yeah, this thing is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know which side is the bite handle or the safe handle, because it also uses double-sided hardware, so... Yeah, I really don't know. I think that's the back, right? That's got to be the front, which means that that is the bite handle. And yeah, I guess let's just test it out, right? Okay, a little bit of bind on one handle. That's a bit disappointing to see, but I do believe it is T10, so if I could grab my little driver here. Oh. There we go. There we go. One thing I can tell you, it's super light. Like, this thing weighs nothing. Oh, and it's pinsless. Yeah, I really... Okay, first thing I can tell you is there is a lot of pivot weight here. That's the one thing I would say is really throwing me off. What a ridiculous Balisong. Okay, the jimping is actually very good. This might be the best jimping I've ever seen on an aluminium Balisong. Hold on, let me quickly... which handle is it that's messing me up? It's still this bite handle. Yeah, I just need to loosen it a little bit. Okay, that's a bit better. There you go, there's your sound test. It's got a very high ring, but it's kind of quiet. It looks really cool in terms of the colour. It's very comfortable, actually. The grip is okay. Honestly, I think the jimping is the best part about this thing. The balance, I think it's a tiny bit... Oh, it's very neutral, actually, with a little bit of blade bias. So I think the balance actually does suit something I like quite a lot. But the weight here, there's a lot of it. So that does hinder its performance a little bit. But it is actually good. Like, it's actually, like, quite the performer. And I imagine you take out some of these end screws. These look like T6, which is... I wish I had T8, but, you know, you take out those end screws, and you can definitely make it a little bit more handle bias. Or if you want to make it even more blade bias, you take out these bottom pivots, if you're an absolute madman. The pinsless is an interesting choice. Obviously, it makes milling easier and cheaper. Okay, so yeah, it definitely does struggle a little bit in rollovers, but it fans really, really nicely. I mean, I hate to say it, but this is genuinely, unironically, a good Balisong. Other than this weight here, that's the only thing kind of throwing it off. It doesn't have enough weight at the ends to counteract this big middle bit. But otherwise, this is yeah, it's a weirdly well designed balisong. Dude, the jimping though, every time. Oh yeah, that jimping is so nice. It's almost sharp. And yeah, that is very, very, very well done jimping. Why don't more balisongs? Every aluminium balisong should have jimping like this. It should go up to there, and it should have it like this. Literally, this is the standard for jimping. If you get this for one reason alone, other than the memes, get it for the jimping. This definitely needs a bite handle indicator, so maybe that's what should be included in the package. I have one somewhere. I'll have a bunch of them. And it actually sounds good. Like when it's flipping around, like it's got a good sound. Now obviously pinless balisongs do need a little bit of time to work their way in, like to break in. I believe it's an aluminium blade as well, right? Aluminium blade, aluminium handles, hence why the blade is also a colour. So it's basically the swordfish if it was channel. And it's got... Ah, those are the holes. I'm wondering, what are these divots in the channel here? And they're just like the holes from the hole pattern. It's a good Bali. I can't even lie to you. Like, this would be a really good EDC aluminium. It's fairly affordable. It actually flips well. Like, you'll be able to do all sorts of tricks on it. I might actually take out a screw. It might be a bit too blade bias. And it really isn't like dramatically blade bias. Like if you look here, it's only slightly blade bias, but I think it just needs more weight here at the ends. Zippy end caps on this, actually they wouldn't work because of how long the blade is in comparison to the handles. Interesting. I wonder actually, would these handles fit on anything else? Because the handles are actually really nice. I'll have to do a size comparison with other balisongs. It looks like it's, you know, about standard size. I mean, here it is next to an Orca, so yeah, it's not terribly large. Obviously, it would have to have a thing designed for pinless, right? We'll have to see. But overall, it's a good flipper. I've had to loosen one handle because one handle does bind, but that could just be the washers. So again, I recommend you swap the washers on this guy, like with Bali Plus products. But otherwise, it's a competent flipper. It's got amazing jimping. Probably actually the best jimping I've ever felt on any balisong. The first jimping I've felt that is like, this actually works. It flips well. It has adjustable balance. If you want to make it even lighter than it already is, you can. With adjustable screws at the end of the blade and at the bottom of the handles. So it's like wash, do you know what I mean? Oh, there we go. And, oh, I think with it being a bit more blade bias, it should do that a bit easier. But yeah, definitely slightly blade bias. So for those of you who like that, this will be perfect for you. But I think you can make it definitely into some sort of handle bias by taking off those weights. I'm glad the weights are there. I'd rather have something that is too blade bias and you can fix it rather than not blade bias enough. Only complaints are questionable design, but it is kind of funny. I will give it that. There's a lot of weight here. Just like here, there is a lot of pivot weight, which hinders it a tiny bit. So that plus the balance makes it unconventional to flip, but it's actually good. Yeah. This is available on Kotlin, guys. Feel free to pick one up for yourself. I think the purple color is the best one. It actually sounds good. I'm annoyed that it's actually as good as it is. I heard that it was actually good, but I don't know why I'm annoyed. I think it's just because of the design. It is a very polarizing design. It's definitely not one I would have picked up myself. But you know what? Despite all kind of ideas of it, it's actually good, which is shocking. Genuinely flips well, bit too much pivot weight, which to be fair, even the Vulp suffers from. It's cheaper than the Vulp. And it's got adjustable balance. Like, you know, you've got stuff down here. You can take this is spare hardware. If you know. Yeah, it's actually good, guys. It's genuinely, it's really, really solid. You can see where the connection points are there and there on the blade. So that, once it works its way into itself, it'll probably be much bouncier. It's a little slippery, like all aluminium is. I've been flipping a lot of titanium lately, and something that's like, you know, super duper grippy like this is borderline too grippy with this black coating, versus something like this feels like a bit of an icicle. The whole pattern here really helps out, like this big mill slot. The texturing is, it's there. It is better than the sides, right? Like the sides, I mean, I will say everything on here is kind of functional. In terms of like, the jimping's great, the texturing does a good job at making the aluminium bearably grippy with the sandblasted texture. Because sandblasting is typically quite a slippery finish on aluminium. It is good aluminium, right? Like it's 775. You know, it's an original design. Definitely original. I've never seen anything like it. And it's actually really solid. Yeah, pick one up if you want. If you don't, that's also fine, but maybe pick one up anyways. Like, just give it a try. I don't get any commission from reviewing this for you guys, so, you know, this is just like, I was sent this out just as a full disclaimer, because apparently it's good. I was like, is it really going to be good? You know what, I'll do it for the memes. And it is actually good. Yeah. So, if you're going to go pros and cons, the pros are, the colour is great. The hardware is actually decent, par the washers. It's well built, tolerances are good, like this is with a screw slightly loosened, and you know, still great tolerances, no tap. It's a pinsless design Balisong, and typically those aren't as affordable as this, with 7075 aluminium, right, so really good material construction. Original design as a thing, I don't know if I already said that. And adjustable balance. And honestly, the handles on their own, if you ignore that, that's obviously a big pair of, you know, knob and balls, but if you ignore that, handles are actually quite good. On the cons, and also it flips well as a pro. On the cons, I mean, it is the original design. Oh, and also as a cool little pro, it's serialized. How cool is that? Sadly, all the cool numbers are gone, but it is serialized. Yeah, on the cons, it is a teeny bit blade bias, but adjustable balance. 2, there's a lot of pivot weight. You know, the washers kind of could be changed. And that's really about the only con. I guess pinsless could be a con, or aluminium could be a con, but not really. Yeah, it's actually good. It's really lightweight, so this is really good, like, beginner Balisong. I see this as a fantastic, like, birthday gift. If you have a mate who's really into Balisongs, you can just grab one of these for them if they've got a birthday coming up. This is, like, perfect for, mate, have this. It's funny, because they're going to be like, yo, but it's also actually good, so they can actually, you know, learn stuff on it, without, one, hurting themselves, you know, you can smack this against yourself pretty hard, like that was somewhat painful, and it should be fine, you know, it's not going to be like using this guy here. I mean, this, you can just hear the weight. This is also another pinsless Balisong, fun fact, but you can hear, like, just the slap of weight. You know, this comes down on you, that's not nice. One, it's a trainer. So yeah, maybe get one of these for your friends and use one of your spare bite handle indicators. It's actually probably one of the best Balisong gifts you could get someone, actually, weirdly. It'll be legal everywhere. It looks cool. And, you can say they've got one of these. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, guys. I know it's way past Christmas, but and if you're watching this not at Christmas, well, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you too. Did I say Merry New Year and Happy New Christmas? Whatever I said, yeah, great. I'm really just dumbfounded. Why is this actually, like, really competent? Especially the more I flip it, the more I'm getting used to it. The extra pivot weight. It's actually, yeah, it's actually kind of solid. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing and review on this guy. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe. Any questions you have? The jimping, seriously, like this is like 12 out of 10 jimping. I cannot go on about it enough. The jimping is phenomenal. But otherwise, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, consider joining the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.